Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a few weeks since I have posted anything or have done any reviews, and that is simply because my husband and I have been enjoying the end of lockdown with 2 trips to New York and a wedding. So I am back. If you are not familiar with my channel, my name is Kathy Lartigue, and my channel is Atypical 60. And the reason why my channel is named that because I'm certainly not your typical 60 plus year old. I'm not perfect. I'm just a typical 60 something year old who enjoys life, who reviews wigs, and just kind of wants to pontificate pro aging rather than anti aging. So if you're with me on that, give me a like and subscribe to this channel. Granted, this channel is nothing fancy. Trust me on that. I'm constantly trying to figure out good lighting. There's no fancy studio stuff going on. It's basically me just giving you honest reviews on wigs or whatever happens to pass my fancy. So that's it. Now, today, I am going to talk about scents. Not the scents that you have in your pocket, but scent as eau de parfum, eau de toilette, and just the idea of wearing a scent. Now, to me, a scent is basically that accessory that you can't see, but the nuance of a scent leaves such a fascinating memory that it's unbelievable. I mean, I have literally wanted to follow people in the street because they have smelled so nice, but I know that I would probably get arrested, so I have to control myself. Um, my mother used to wear Chanel No. 5 and Arpege when I was younger. And the scent of those two perfumes really reminds me of memories of my mom when I was a younger child. I don't like cheap scents. I don't like scents that are fizzy, if you know what I mean. Basically, they're kind of like drugstore scents that I'm really not crazy about. And I don't consider myself a perfume snob because I do steer away from ridiculously expensive scents. And I try to keep it to kind of like within my personal budget. Now, I also will tell you that I am fiercely loyal to 2 companies, 2 brands whose scents I wear on a regular basis, and that's Guerlain and Fragonard. I have a summer scent, a winter scent, a fall scent, and a spring scent. And if you follow my blog, you know that my summer scent has always been Fragonard's Fleur d'Oranger. I love it. I have it in the Eau de Toilette and in the Intense. My fall scent is Fragonard's Santal, which is sandalwood, and it's just a magical scent. My winter scent is Guerlain's Leston, and that was a scent that's special to me because when my husband and I started dating and he had gone to Paris for some family business, he gifted me with a bottle of this, and he said that it just reminded him of me. And I've worn it every winter. I've gotten so many compliments on it. And in the spring, I wear Guerlain's La Petite Robe Noire. And I remember the exact place. I remember the exact moment when I smelled that scent for the first time. We were at Orly, and we were on our way from Paris to Nice. And I had some time, so I was kind of perusing the duty-free shops, and I came across this scent. And when I sprayed it on, I was totally floored because it smelled just like cherries. It didn't smell like it didn't smell fake or anything. It was just like cherries mixed with other things, and it really smelled great. I ended up purchasing it, and I've been wearing it ever since. So that's my thing with scents. And I have to say, scent is such a personal and intimate thing that it can be hard pressed to find another scent that you may like or that you may prefer. Now, my husband's aunt, Danielle, her signature scent was Guerlain's Le Bleu, and she smoked cigarettes. So the scent of cigarettes and that eau de parfum, just look, I don't like the scent of cigarettes, but mixed with that perfume, it actually smelled pretty good. And her car smelled like that, and she smelled like that. And now she's no longer with us. But sometimes I can close my eyes and I can still smell that eau de parfum and the cigarette mixed together. And that's the magic of scent. It's something that is so intimate and personal, and it's great. Scent is the greatest accessory ever. So now I'm going to tell you about some new scents that were introduced to me, and that, in all honesty, two of them are serious competitors with my favorite scents. So this is big. What happened was, there's a perfume, it's relatively new. It's a perfume company, and the perfume company is Dossier. I will put the link to the company down below so you can actually go to their website and read more about them. And I'm also going to add a link to the blog post about scents and Scentsability that I wrote recently. I think that you'll enjoy it, and I think that you'll get a more in-depth feel of how I feel about these scents. So anyway, Dossier reached out to me to see if I would want to try a few of their eau de parfums. I have to say, I really thought long and hard about it, because I have my favorites and I have my comfort zone, and I really didn't want to go outside of that comfort zone. But I don't know, something told me to say yes. Now, I'm not getting compensated or anything like that. I just decided that I would say yes, simply because when I found out that the scents are created and made in Grasse, France, I was just like, whoa, wait a minute. That's like the perfume capital of the world. And I've been there quite a few times. So now I'm even more intrigued than ever. So I said yes, and the brand sent me 4 of their scents to try. Now I'm gonna, before I get into the actual review of the scents, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a background about the company. They make inspired by scents. Now, how can I put this? I don't want to use, personally, this is just me, I don't want to use the word dupe, because when I think of the word dupe, I think of something that's like a cheap knockoff, like an illegal Louis Vuitton bag or Chanel bag. So they actually advertise their scents as inspired by, which I love, because their scents are inspired by. Now, one of the scents I'm familiar with. Another one of the scents I'm familiar with only because I compare it to one of Fragonard's scents rather than the Le Labo scent. And the other 2 scents I do not know what the luxury brand smells like, but I will tell you, I took the quiz on the website, and the quiz matched me perfectly with scent, simply because I don't like an overbearing floral scent. To me, and this is just me, it might not be you, but if you're like me, you'll get where I'm coming from. A floral scent in an eau de parfum, eau de toilette, oils, whatever. A floral scent sometimes comes along to me as fake. Now, if you place an entire bouquet of peonies in front of me and I smell those real peonies, I will swoon like a woman who's at a Tom Jones concert and he's shaking his hips to Delilah. I will swoon all over the place just like that. I might even faint, okay? But if you give me a bottled scent that says it's peony, I will be upstairs in my bedroom with the lights off, the shades pulled down, my rosary beads, and praying to Mary that the headache goes away. That's how much I'm not crazy about floral scents. The only floral scent that I really like is Fleur d'Oranger by Fragonard, and that's because it's like pure orange blossom. Now, I also, strangely enough, I also like a slightly masculine scent. I don't know what it is, but I'm a fan of masculine slash unisex scents. I like something that everybody can wear. I think that they're more natural and a little bit more realistic. I also like a masculine scent more in the fall and the winter, simply because during those months and during the cooler weather, you're wearing more clothes. You're wearing a nubby textured sweater and a wool skirt and tights and a scarf. And you want something that's going to blend in with those wonderful textures and the clothes that you're wearing and the weather as well. For me, I feel that a more masculine scent fits that perfectly. In the summer, I want a lighter scent, not necessarily floral, but a lighter, cleaner, and when I say slightly, I mean slightly sweeter scent that can kind of go with that cool, crisp air, that can kind of actually set off more when it's a little warm and humid, something that's going to give a nuance. I don't want something overbearing, but I do want a scent that has a nuance to it, because that's what I think is super important about a scent. You don't want to go in there and overpower the people that you're with, because trust me, many people get headaches from scent, and I'm one of those people that gets a horrible, horrible headache from certain scents. So anyway, I was really pleased with what Dossier sent me. And one of the other things that I really like is that there's no nonsense packaging. Like, their packaging is simple. There's like no stars or bubbles or special effects or glitter or anything like that. There's also no celebrity endorsements. So as much as I love Charlize Theron in her J'adore ads, I'm not buying the perfume. And that hikes up the price. So the brand is actually able to keep their price point lower. Now, I'm going to go through all of the scents, and I'm going to start off with the one scent that I am familiar with in the luxury brand. Now, here's the box that the Dossier scents come in. See, it's minimalist, very simple. You got the name here. You open it up, iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. They tell it like it is. You also, I don't know if you can see this, hold on. You also get a card that explains the notes, what the scent is inspired by, the concentration, which I think is great. They're actually giving you the concentration, and a little thank you with how the scents work. Now, I'm so clumsy. Here's how the scent comes. Here we go. And the scents also come with this little spray falcon. Here we go. A little spray falcon of a sample of the scent that you just purchased, which I think is genius, because their philosophy is you spray the scent on to try it. And let me tell you, you actually get a few days worth of scent in here. So it's not try it once, decide if you like it or not. You get to live with the scent for a couple of days. If you don't like the scent, you just take the full bottle, put it back in the box, return it to Dossier, no questions asked. They're very trusting, believe me. And I think in this time and in our age right now, when we just came off of a lockdown and a lot of people are really spending their money more wisely, and you know, like, people can't afford really expensive stuff right now. It is a great, great thing to be able to decide if you don't like the product, you can return it and all is well. And you get to keep the little falcon, which I personally think these are great for travel, because when I travel, I do not like to bring a full size bottle of perfume. I have had one years ago confiscated from me, and I learned my lesson to never travel with full-size perfume, and this is genius. And another thing, here's the bottle. The top is magnetized, which I think is great, because if you're clumsy, I'm not saying everybody's clumsy, but there are those of us who are extremely clumsy, and I have spilled many, many bottles. I spill what's ever there. I drop stuff. This is great for the clumsy people out there. The cap stays on. Okay, so the first scent that I'm going to tell you about is the Fougère Oud. Now, I'm not sure of the way that you pronounce O-U-D, but I'm going by the pronunciation for south in French, and that's sud. So I just call this Fougère Oud. And this is inspired by Tom Ford's Oud wood. Now, when I worked at Nordstrom, there was a huge display of Tom Ford's fragrances, and I used to run over there like practically all day, and one of my favorite scents was his oud wood. I loved it because there's definitely something on the masculine side about this, but yet a woman can wear it and it still is great. Like, it's a great scent. I love the scent of oud, and trust me, I ran over to the Tom Ford display quite often, simply because his version didn't have much staying power. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm trying to work with lighting. So I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is not an exact, like, it's not exact. There's slight little differences, but boy, this is freaking close to Tom Ford's scent. I would say instead of being identical twins, they're fraternal twins. And this is great. It smells really, really good. And I have to be honest with you here. The staying power of this is really fantastic. Now, I did experiment with all of these scents, and I have worn all of these scents into the office, and every single scent that I've worn has received compliments from people. Like, Kathy, what are you wearing? That smells really good. Every single one of the 4 scents. Now, I'm going to read you what the notes are. Trust me, I am no expert when it comes to notes. And like, I'm not a nose. I'm nosy, but I'm not a nose. Okay, so the notes in here, the top notes are rosewood, tobacco, pink pepper, and coriander. The middle notes are oud, patchouli, and vivitaire. Did I say that right? Vivitaire? I don't know. And the base notes are tonka bean, labdanum, and cedarwood. The concentration is 15%. Yet the concentration might be 15%, but this lasts all day. I am amazed. And that's it. Now, I'm not going to compare price points in this video because I really want to concentrate on the scent, but I will tell you all of the scents that these are inspired by are really, really expensive. Whereas with Dossier, the price point is between $29 and $59. So you can't go wrong. Even with even with their return policy, like you just can't go wrong. I don't know, like I do not like to spend a lot more than, let's say, the price point of the Guerlain scents or the Fragonard scents that I have. And trust me, I prioritize my spending. And these are just, I can't begin to tell you how really, really great and concentrated these scents are. So next is Ambery Saffron. Here we go. Here's the card. In the same box. This comes with a sample, as do all of them. And here we go with this Ambery Saffron. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now, and I even wrote about this in the blog. I swear to you, when I put this on, I smell pineapple. Like, as soon as I put it on in the morning, I smell pineapple so much that I want to have a pina colada. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning when you want a pina colada. I don't think that's a good sign. But yet, this scent is really fun. Like, there's so many things going on with this scent. I'm going to be honest, it's not a scent that I would wear every day. But this is that scent that I'll just like spritz on if it's on my counter and I'm going shopping. Let me just spritz some of this on. Or I'm going out for a walk. I'll spritz some of this on. I'm going to walk the dog. I'll spritz some of this on. This is that scent that's just like kind of fun. Like if you were going to go to a church bazaar or like Disney World or just like someplace fun, this is what you're going to wear because this changes so much. Let me read you the card about the notes, okay? Now, the top notes are saffron and orange blossom. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I didn't smell any orange blossom at all. Now, maybe it's because I'm not a nose, and maybe it's because I just adore pure orange blossom, or maybe it's that when orange blossom is mixed with other notes, it just changes its kind of like personality, so to speak, or like it just changes its being, so to speak. Now, I still, as soon as I put it on, I don't know what it is. I smell pineapple. Maybe it's because I have a deviated septum and I have a really bad postnasal drip that maybe my biological makeup just makes me smell pineapple in this, but I'm telling you, it's so weird. Okay, now the middle notes are jasmine, plum, and cedarwood. Now I will go on record as saying, after a while, when you kind of get rid of the pineapple-y smell, some plum does come through, and it's fruity. What can I say? Something that starts out as pineapple and then has plum in the middle, it's fruity. That's why it's fun. And then the base notes, sorry about that. The base notes are oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. Again, I said I'm no nose, but as the scent kind of like seeps in during the day, it smells better and better. And again, this is long lasting. And the concentration of this is 18%. So it's more concentrated than the Fougere Oud. But I'm telling you, this is like this is just like one of those scents that has so many layers and nuances that it's just like, it's like off the charts crazy. I also think this is a very youthful scent. And I hate to put age into this because I really cringe when people say things like, oh, that smells like old lady. Tell me, WTF does old lady smell like? Because I'm an old lady and I think I smell pretty good. So this, even though I don't want to seem ageist or anything, I think this has a youthful vibe. It's hip. I can see somebody in Williamsburg, Brooklyn wearing this out when they're out on the waterfront or going out to brunch or anything. And I would say this is kind of unisex. So that is my feeling and my thought of Ambery Saffron. Now, the next two scents that I'm going to tell you about, it's really weird because they're my favorites. And trust me, my Fragonard scents and my Guerlain scents have serious competition. And I keep, like when I wrote my blog post, my favorite, like I wrote that the Musky Gaillac was my favorite, but I keep switching. I keep switching from the Musky Gaillac as my favorite to the Woody Sandalwood. Like it's crazy. Both of these scents are like, all I want to do when I have both of them on is like smell myself, which borders on creepy, but I can't help it. They're just so good. So I'm going to start off with what was my favorite in the blog. And then I'm going to end with like, what's my favorite today? Because the two favorites keep changing day to day. So this Musky Gaillac is inspired by Le Labo Gaillac 10 Eau de Parfum. And, oh, by the way, I'm sorry. The Ambery Saffron is inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum. And I have never had the pleasure of smelling it. But I have to say, it's probably more expensive fun than the more affordable fun of the Dossier. So, sorry that I didn't add that. But again, Musky Gaillac or Gaillac is inspired by Le Labo Gaillac 10 Eau de Parfum. Now, the concentration of this is 20%. So this is definitely concentrated. This, oh my God. It's so weird because this is just slightly, like ever so slightly floral, but not like the kind of floral that you're going to have a headache with. It's just like the tiniest hint of floral, and it's it's sweet. It's like a little bit Pez sweet, but not overly sweet. It's just, it's the musk that really kind of brings it in from being overly sweet. This is such a freaking great scent. Now I'm gonna be, oh my God. Like, from the second you put this on, let me tell you something. The staying power of this, I actually took a bath after wearing this all day. When I got out of the bathtub and I got into bed, I could still faintly smell this on my skin. Oh my God, this is so great. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little carried away, but like when I find a scent that I really like, it like drives me crazy. There's just something about scent that's just so wonderful. So let me get into what the notes are in this, okay? Now, the top notes are, oh my gosh, can I ask you, Dossier people, to kind of make the font a little bit larger, because some of us, even if we have had cataract surgery, our eyes still need a little help. So it looks like, I can't even pronounce this. It looks like Olbanum incense, and perhaps that's true, but I've never had the pleasure of smelling this. All I can say is if it's in this perfume, then it works, okay? Now, the middle notes are guaiac wood and cedar wood, okay? And the base notes are musks. Now, there's definitely musk going on, but it's not like the musk that I wore when I was in high school, which was overbearing musk, and it was drugstore musk. This just has, it's got such a beautiful, just like hinty nuance of musk, but yet you know it's there. It's just, it's such a beautiful summer scent. And I have to say, like, I almost feel guilty admitting this, but I've been wearing this more than my usual summer scent of Fragonard's Fleur d'Oranger. Like, what's wrong with me that I feel guilty about a scent? But I can't help it because this is so stinking good. I swear to you, it's like I have to look at my perfumes and I have to like make a promise now to my Fleur d'Oranger saying, yes, I'm gonna wear you this week, but like I need to wear Musky Gaiac first. It's really, really weird. Okay, so lastly, and I keep, honestly, I keep switching between favorites, and this one is Woody Sandalwood. This is another one. Now, this is inspired by another Le Labo scent. It is inspired by Santal 33 Eau de Parfum. Now, I am going to tell you that I love Fragonard's Santal. That's what I compare this to because I'm not familiar with the Le Labo scent, but the Fragonard Santal is my favorite autumn scent. Literally, I just ran out of my bath gel. I have the bath gel, I have the lotion, like I freaking bathe in this scent. And when I smelled this, I said very naughty words because I was so excited that it smelled so much like the Fragonard version. And trust me, I haven't been, like my husband and I haven't been to France since the beginning of the lockdown, which meant that I couldn't buy my Santel. So now I have this and I'm over the moon happy. And the thing is, I'm almost afraid to use this because I don't want to I'm afraid that if I use this and keep wearing it now, I won't have any when September comes around. Oh, like today, this is my favorite, okay? Tomorrow, I might go back to Musky Gaiac, and then the next day, I'll go back to this. But, like, this is crazy. This is insane. I can't. I need a moment, okay? I need a moment because I swear up and down and not wanting to get anybody in trouble, but my theory is that somebody left Fragonard and went to Dossier to make this scent. I'm not kidding. My only criticism with the Dossier company is that I really think that they need to start expanding more. I think that they need to go into the bath gel, and I think they need to go into the body lotion, and I think they need to go into travel sizes of every single item. And when I say travel sizes, I'm not talking specifically of the samples. They need to make like little travel packs of their scents. So this way you can go on a vacation and have everything from body lotion to scent. It's like I want to work for this company. That's how much I love this company. I mean, the people that work for this company that I've been corresponding with are great. They're so nice. It's like created in France, but based in New York City. I mean, how could you not love a company like that? Created in France and based in my own old hometown of New York City. So that's it. Now, I will, as I said before, I will add the link to the website, and I strongly suggest that you head over to their page with the quiz because you will be so happy with the results. I mean, they're spot on to your personality. If you like a unisex scent, you're going to find it there. If you like a slightly masculine scent, you're going to find it there. If you love luxury at a very affordable price, you're going to find it at Dossier. Honestly, I cannot believe that at first I was a little like, I don't know if I'm going to want to try these. Like I really did have to think long and hard about having these sent to me because I am such a creature of habit with my scents. And now I find that two of these scents are knocking a couple of my favorite scents off the charts. It's so weird. So that's it. And I will see you later. My husband actually received 2 scents to review. And since he's camera shy, I will be reviewing his Dossier scents in a week or so. So thank you for your patience in watching this long video. I hope I didn't bore you with anything, but this is really a great company. So that's it, and I will see you later. Whoops. Hey, for all of you dads out there, have a great Father's Day. I wish my dad was still around, but my son-in-law, Sam, happy Father's Day to you for your first Father's Day. And to all of those dads out there, enjoy the day. It's yours. It's the only day out of the year you're going to get. So have fun. Take care now. I will see you later. Bye. Whoops, I'm still. Okay, this is it. Bye.